Hey guys, here we are as always. This evening we are talking about a topic that has come up and I've been working on it for a while to find solutions. And the solutions have arrived. So, what's the topic? Skip the whining. Rocking out, and it's a bit of a peculiar term, scondolamento, which means the rear oscillation. So let's start with the first one, the hopping. Many different. They explain their problem, which is that the wife riding, especially at higher speeds and on asphalt or hard-packed surfaces, the bike in front starts to jump, something you might not feel in a slow enduro. What is this due to? Obviously, maybe in a specialized enduro bike like mine, the other one, the 300. This issue is relative because the speeds are much more moderate. I use it for enduro, extreme enduro. So low speeds, you can't feel it there. I don't do transfers. Here instead is a completely different motorbike, yes, also suitable for enduro. In the end, it can always get there. But it's an adventure bike, a rally bike, so asphalt, off-roading, a bit of woods, all right. What happens at medium or high speeds? The wheels, they need to be balanced. Many will say, as I would have said, if we're talking about specialized ones, they need balancing. No, I don't care. It doesn't change anything. Up here, you will really find a difference from day to night. Who has done it? Who has followed this advice? Found a well-being in total riding. I'll repeat, if you ask for a different opinion, those who have tried it really liked it. My advice to you is to try it once if you have this issue. Try it once after all. It doesn't affect me at all. And I'm telling you this for your sake, you try it once. Balance it with your tire technician. Remount them and voila, you use them. You'll see it's a whole different experience, especially on asphalt, especially in off-road condition, especially at high speeds. But if on asphalt, you feel it a lot as a rider, as a driver. If you feel it a lot, maybe in your arms. You feel it less on dirt roads. But the bike feels it. So balancing both the front and the back. You give well-being to the whole mechanics. Micro vibrations in the projectile. So one for you, two for the bike. You're not sure whether to do it or not. Go to a tire shop. I don't remember exactly, but it costs a little. You bring the two rims there or bring the bike because the tire shop will quickly disassemble, balance, and reassemble them for you. You will see the well-being that, regardless of the tire, whether it's a tire like this purely off-road, whether it is a rally tire, so a little more or less threaded. Same thing, guys, for trails. You'll see, get it balanced out. You will find total comfort in the ride. Push it to 120 with two fingers and you won't even notice. It feels like a street bike. It is done on purpose. Wobbling. So, for a month and a half, we've had this problem that you reach a certain speed, usually between 90 and 120 kilometers per hour. Start to bounce, but so much accentuated this effect. They had to quit because they were really risking it. Start them in. It wasn't a temporary thing. And giving it gas to get past that point was really problematic because the bike would start wobbling severely. Violent Everything was tried. The solution was found. But in the meantime, everything was tried. But the rims, one thing, then the other. I'll give you the solution. So everyone who had this problem, it was the covering, but not one specific tire from a particular brand, because the person who had them had different tires as well. By the way, those who have this problem have the same tire I use in rallies. So I used it quite intensively. So what was the problem? Probably during assembly or disassembly, a fabric was snagged, it was touched unintentionally by whoever mounted it, the tire fitter, you, the sidewalls, and here it is, and you couldn't see anything. You couldn't see anything. Pulled down, put back on, tested, nothing was visible. Montavi colors, they were going really fast, the car was shaking a lot. Nothing, the tire was still pretty new. They changed the tire, put it back on the road, problem solved. The tires were balanced, it reached 140 kilometers per hour with one hand, just two fingers. So yeah, as I was saying, same thing with the other one, same thing with the other one. So I feel like saying that the problem with bouncing so far 100% was due to a tire. Again, not a tire specifically, but there were 3 different tires that were either mounted incorrectly or pinched. So to fix the shaking, when you have this front tire without knowing much, get it changed, change it, try it, you'll see that. To solve, clear, so bouncing, balancing, front and back, wobbling, replace the tire, front. What is wobbling? Has anyone experienced this? Problematic when reaching a fairly high speed. We're talking about 120 kilometers per hour or more. Start this rear swing, guys, not particularly on asphalt. Doesn't happen off-road. And why is this? This also applies to street bikes, especially those with side backs. These side backs create a movement that at a certain speed starts to make the rear oscillate. It usually is, right? Me on all the bikes, which I tried and tended to swing behind because they either had side bags or plates. And this caused that rear oscillation on mine up to maximum speed. So in the 650 course, maximum speed absolutely is planned. Actually, at maximum speed, around 150, the extra fender starts to wobble a bit. Normal. It has nothing to do with the rear movement. So, to summarize, clean up, balance front and rear wobble, replace the front tire, and when it sways, you probably have something that creates turbulence. And so it removes me, it feels very light because it's a light motorcycle. It starts to move a bit at the back. Guys, that's all for tonight. Goodbye. Have a good evening. Bye.